Hello, everyone. Welcome to Highwire Improv Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon shows here online. We're excited to have you with us, whether you're watching live or on repeat, replay, on demand, whatever you want to call it. We are glad that you've joined us here to watch some improv. We've got a great act for you today. Before we get into today's show, a few notes about activities happening in the Highwire universe. We are going to be back with shows this Saturday in person in Baltimore, 2 shows at Hamden. That's Sismo's Bar. We have an intro workshop for musical improv that's going to be happening on Saturday as well. And we have our online shows happening Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, as they have been for some time now. That's going to continue for the foreseeable future. Come tune in here on YouTube. Mondays usually starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, and Sundays usually starting between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern. It's a little bit different each day. You can see the schedule online and see people posting about it and find out more. We've got a bunch of amazing teams bringing you online and in-person improv entertainment. We're so excited to have them contributing their unique perspectives on improv. We get to see it all, and it's been such a blast. Today's group is no exception. They have been putting on fantastic and innovative shows on these airwaves for many seasons, always doing something new. I'm excited to see what that's going to look like today. I have no idea. Please welcome to the stage the wonderful folks of Murder Cats.
Oh, thank you very much for that kind introduction, Barry. We are the Murder Cats, and as you see, you've just caught us reading a little tale. We're going to improvise a dark tale or two for you today. But before we get into that, perhaps you'd all like to share what we're reading. I'm reading The Amoeba's Repose by Arthur Stanley. It's an absorbing tale of one amoeba's journey to the end of time.
One of his strongest outings in his later.
Quite moving. Mm-hmm. Yes. His later, he was becoming quite philosophical towards the end of his years. He wrote this in his late 70s, I believe. Red Cat, as you've spoken first, would you like to introduce yourself and your reading material?
Sure, mine. I am an Ertal. I would like to go by Esquire, but I have not earned the title, and so I cannot. Despite reading profusely, and so. So, coincidentally, the tale that I am engaged with today is also has to do with mortality and small creatures as well. As you can see, it features a butterfly, and it is called The Unforgiven Journey, and it's about one butterfly's journey to reclaim his youth, his innocence, his hopes for the future, as he knows that, unlike his previous transformation from a caterpillar into his butterfly, his next transformation will probably be from a butterfly to compost. And that brings about a sort of existential reckoning and meeting all sorts of colorful characters along the way. It's a really moving tale by Archibald Bartholomew Egged II.
I'm guessing colorful, not just in terms of the wings either. You're talking about lively characters. Yes.
Yes, it's actually people who are in different primary colors. He's a very avant-garde writer in his way. Thinking about
Wonderful. Le Chat Jaune, could you please elaborate on your tome?
The book I'm holding here is called The Bandini Quartet from John Fate. And I have no clue what it is about because I just pulled it out of the shelf because it is blue. Oh. But as the back cover says, Bandini is a magnificent creation and his rediscovery is not before time.
Not before time. Well, it it is nearly time for our show now. And our show, we ask the audience for a suggestion. We ask, if a cat was human, what would its philosophy be? If a cat was human, what would its philosophy be? Take a moment for that concept to swirl around for a moment. And we had an answer. It is from Willem van den Brink. And Willem van den Brink says, it is easier to get forgiveness than to get permission, aka egotism. So it is easier to get forgiveness than to get permission.
Very cattish.
Very
Intriguing.
cattish. Yes.
I would like to commend the yellow cat before we go. I forgot your name. I apologize. For your refreshing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She didn't introduce herself.
Oh, wait.
My name is Babette. Hello.
My name is Robin.
Anyway, I just wanted to commend you for your refreshing honesty and actually reading what your book says and what it's about. Because I have to admit, I was completely bullshitting. The book is upside down. I don't really read too much. I just wanted to appear civilized because you obviously are.
And alas, my book is blank.
Oh, okay. I'm not alone then.
Rather like the tale that sits before us.
We'll see where we need permission and where not. Father, forgive me for I have sinned.
You sure have.
I know. I had unclean and unfaithful thoughts, Father.
Do tell.
This Sunday, which is usually a day where my boyfriend and I sit on a couch in the evening and we watch series together. Like, you know, the things you can watch on Netflix on a bunch now. You don't have to wait a week until the next episode comes out.
Oh, yes, I might be a priest, but I'm familiar with the Netflix.
Oh, okay, good. This Sunday, my boyfriend wasn't home yet from his tennis rehearsals, or games as he calls them. I'm not a sporty person, you know, Father, so I don't get the fuss what this is all about with the tennis and the rackets and the balls, and I was waiting at home alone. I even have prepared dinner. And then I started eating it alone. Then I was done. I was also done with pulling out the broccoli from in between my teeth, and then my eyes wandered to this empty screen. And I remembered the last episode of that series we were watching. You know, this very exciting one, Arcane? It's animated, and it ended with a cliffhanger. And I was not sure why, but I was tempted, and I turned on the screen, and I put on the next episode, and I watched it by myself. In full excitement. I might have even cried a little. And then my boyfriend came home and I switched off the TV as fast as I could and I returned the episode to the starting point of maybe 1 second. And afterwards I pretended I have done nothing. And I don't know how the plot progresses.
You hid from him because of your shame.
Yes, Father. I know I'm an awful person.
Was that the only time you indulged in such transgressions?
No, Father. No, Father, it's not the only time. I've watched 2 full series without him, and he has never even finished them because he is too busy going out with his friends nowadays. And I might even have indulged watching pornography.
Pornography?
It was like advertisement of young men wearing bathing suits. I'm so sorry, Father.
Well, if the young men were not engaged in any activity of a sexual nature, then that does not.
No, no, Father. Oh, what do you think of me?
It is the old word
But
pornography. I mean,
yeah, because they were bare naked, top halves of their bodies, and I'm only supposed to see that of my boyfriend, soon to be fiance, hopefully, and soon to be husband. I feel awful. What shall I do, Father?
you should take up the book of prayers and
Oh,
repeat. Oh, wait, there was pornography in there as well. So let us say 70 Hail Marys and a light whipping to be administered by your soon-to-be husband, as is customary.
oh yeah.
He does not need to know why that is the case. It is up to you if you confess to him as well, now that you have confessed matters to your God.
Could you talk to him, Father? I'm feeling so much shame thinking about asking him to do that without explaining.
You want me to instruct your boyfriend and administering discipline on you?
Yes, and maybe you could drop a subtle hint that it is time after 8 years of being in relations to further the relations. But yes, it would be a great help, Father.
It is not my place to say, but I cannot help but think that part of your troubles might be that at this point in your life, at your age, and you are still of an unmarried stature, and after 8 years of relationship, you are not yet married. How would you expect that to lead to anything but depravity, my child?
I see I have to read more in the Bible about the guidance I need.
Yes, that and a few Hail Marys and some wholesome flagellation would.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
What am I supposed to say? Because I didn't expect to be the mums to come in. I mean, I came to the house. I thought it was going to be a dating experience. I genuinely thought it was going to be a dating experience. I thought it was going to be straightforward, you know. And I thought there's going to be lots of people here, all going to be of a similar age. Mm, I did not expect an entire room of 50 somethings, um, and for one of them to be my mother. Um, I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, and now this. I mean, it's in so many different languages. I mean, it says it says you have great potential. That's what it says. That's what the fortune cookie says. I mean, I don't know why they've even given us them, but it's
That's
just
that's pretty fun. I Are you okay after that experience? Because I mean, it sounds like you look like you've been quite affected.
well, sorry, it's louder than I thought it was going to be. Well, I thought things needed a bit of shaking up, right? So I went into the house, and then that happened, and now here I am, and they're telling me I've got great potential. And previously I didn't think that. I guess it took being in a room with my mother in a bathing suit and a number of her contemporaries for me to think that. And I don't know what that says about me. It's a very confusing time. It's a very confusing time.
I had the sudden inclination to pat you on the head, but I didn't want to seem condescending or
That's what I'm used to up to this point. That is what I'm used to. I'm used to being sort of metaphorically patted on the head by people and like treated like a child, even though I'm in my mid 40s.
baby coddled. There, there, there,
No,
there.
no, 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 no. I have great potential.
You,
I
you,
have great potential.
just,
That's what I have to think about. I have great potential.
look, have you considered moving out?
Moving out of my mother's house.
Yeah.
No, not seriously, not ever. No.
You're you are in your 40s, and if you live with her, you're gonna face situations like that where you're wearing a bathing suit in a room full of her friends. It's a
I mean, some of them seemed like they were quite interested in me, and that feels like it's
uh, interested in what way?
um, in a romantic sense.
Oh,
I haven't ever since I lost my job. I haven't really done any dating, so it was flattering, I suppose. Oh, do you ever have these moments when you say things out loud, and you suddenly look back at your life and you think, maybe not? I mean, you've known me long enough.
yes, and I I mean, I could see how you would look back on your life and have that thought. I'm not saying that that sounded mean. I didn't mean it. Look, I have a okay, okay. Um, I'm gonna go get us another beer, and yeah, yeah. I'm just that way. I don't have to say anything right now.
I have great potential.
Oh, hello, Marcus.
I
You're
have
you're
great
also
potential.
you're also here at the church ch- at the church party.
Hi, hi, Sandra. Hi.
How's your mother?
She's she's very well, actually. She's very well. She's been on an extensive workout procedure recently, workout regime, and she wanted to get beach body ready, and she says that she is now beach body ready, and her friends are also beach body ready, and I the yes, yes, she's very well. She's very well. How is your mother?
Uh, she's doing great. She's praying for me every day because apparently I I need a lot of prayers and help so my life could progress.
Um, do you have any kind of progression in mind that you want as a somebody recently told me I have great potential, so
Oh, you definitely have great potential, Marcus. I've seen you writing down the psalm numbers on the blackboard
yes,
in church
yes,
class.
yes, yes, that's correct. Yes,
And
yeah, I did.
you have quite the lovely handwriting, Marcus.
I was just going to say I've been taking some online calligraphy classes.
Oh my, online. So you're basically self-taught? This is undeniably great potential, Marcus.
Thank you.
Like, my mother always says, men can have potential by achieving progress with their talents.
Like handwriting. Like handwriting.
Yes, like
Right.
handwriting.
Oh,
Um,
Ben.
Ben,
Ooh.
hello, Ben.
I've brought some canapes. They're
Ooh.
Oh, so thoughtful. Thank you, Ben.
I
Isn't he a awesome boyfriend? Huh.
Yes. Yes. Yes, he is.
I,
Yes.
am I intruding on something?
No, no, not at all.
You could
How
never
how
intrude, Ben. Never.
no.
No.
Because
How is the tennis, Ben?
uh, I'm just awkwardly holding the tray. If you want something, you should take it. I
Pardon,
can.
I'm gonna take it from you, my dearest.
I I actually I skipped my tennis lesson today. I was a little bit under the weather, and so I skipped the tennis lesson today. I do enjoy my tennis though.
You,
I
you, you told me you were at tennis the whole day.
I
Then,
uh I did you're correct. I did tell you that. I did uh uh yeah.
oh, I must have upset you. I'm gonna go and pray some Hail Mary. What did I do? Oh, no.
I, that was needlessly awkward. I felt like I was intruding on something, and then I felt as if I was accused of lying, and then I felt as if I made her upset. And were,
She
were you
uh,
flirting with my soon-to-be fiancé?
um
Is that
um yeah, yes, I believe I was. Yes, yes, I was. Well, yes, I was. Yes, I was.
we are not married or engaged yet? So in a way, I think social custom would dictate that I might not have any legitimate reason to be offended, and yet I find I am. I I would challenge you to fisticuffs, but I never actually win in those, so I just I have a tennis arm because I do play tennis usually.
Yes. Yes, you're well known in the parish for your tennis. Um, yes, I was flirting with her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just have been so it's an odd thing to confess to a near stranger, but I've been lying. I've been lying to her. I've been lying to myself. I
What
I
what
was
what what about?
I stood there, decided I watched you two flirt, and I felt an odd sense of relief because I I don't I don't love her. I don't think I ever had. I just my mom, she's from a traditional house. We went to church every week. Everybody in the community is married at this point and is in fact procreated, brought about progeny that to please their moms. And I haven't done any such thing, and I'm running out of excuses, and I feel like this is a thing that I should do, but I don't actually love her. I don't think I don't think I've ever loved anyone. I don't know if I'm capable.
Oh my God, no, me either. I don't even know if I love my own mother. I spend so much time with her, and she walks around in in swimwear a lot, as do her friends. They talk about being beach body ready an awful lot. So I don't know what my feelings are at all. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it's so wonderful to hear someone say that they really don't know as well. I can't tell you.
I don't just there's a certain pattern and an expectation to this life, and when you feel like you don't fit in it, you're and sometimes I do things that I don't feel are my choice. I just feel compelled to do horrible, terrible things, shameful things. I,
And
I,
you don't ask permission first. You do them because you feel like it shows you have character. Is that what it is?
yes, I feel it makes me feel free more than anything else. I, I don't I don't apologize for them either. I don't ask for forgiveness because I don't really. I might go to the church every week with my mother and my soon-to-be fiance, but I don't, I don't believe in the whole thing.
Church is the only time when my mother is not wearing swimwear,
It'd be an
quite
inappropriate
frankly.
time for a place of worship.
She wears it underneath.
Oh, does she make you wear it?
Only at the weekends. Only at the weekends, because in the weekdays I'd still pretend I have a job, even though I've told her I've been working from home, whereas in fact I am just in my room the whole time. Um, I wear a suit and I sit in my room, and I've been taking online calligraphy classes in there, amongst other things.
Oh, is that your work right here on the table? You
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's some beautiful calligraphy. You have a
Thank you.
um, I
Thank you.
I I'm sorry, I didn't
I
mean.
No, no. I have to say, I was always scared of you before. Yeah, I always thought of you as Sandra's macho boyfriend. Um, that's how I thought of you.
That's the role that I try to portray, but it's not really me. All the bravado, all the manly attire, the leather coats, the
The
flagellation.
boots.
Yes, and the belt. I just I'm not actually. I've never actually ridden a horse. I know it's a cowboy belt, but um, it feels good to just say things, to just be myself. Um, I'm not angry at you for flirting with Sandra.
It was an experiment. I was trying to feel like a man.
I was yeah. I mean, only a real man could have calligraphy as beautiful as this. Takes. Yeah, I feel so much relieved. I haven't
Yeah,
actually. Maybe this is why people go to confession.
yeah.
Would you like to take a walk with me and I could tell you about some of the shameful things that I've done and don't tell people about? If you want,
Of course, of course.
it's be weird if you
Let's go.
in this environment.
Benjamin, Ben, I've been an awful girlfriend. So
Again?
you know what Father Petrus asks you to do, and please, Ben.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, I'll do it. I don't I don't like inflicting pain on you. I know that's what God wants us to do, but I can't help but feel it's wrong.
But Ben, it is the only instance where you come closer to me than just 2 meters.
What about if I hit you with a shoe? It's a soft athletic shoe.
But it's your cowboy belt.
Okay. Okay.
Benjamin, if you don't want to do this anymore, we should talk to Dr. Petrus.
No.
Father Petrus. Why do I call him doctor? I'm so confused. This is so exciting. Frightening.
He does have a PhD in theology, so you're not technically incorrect. I don't want to talk to him. Okay, just lean up against the wall. We'll get this over with.
Ben, I need to tell you that it has been honored that you have been showing me discipline and what it means to be a good wife, soon to be fiancée. I'm technically your girlfriend, but we all know where this is going. And
yes,
if you wish, next time I could wear a bathing suit to show off the work of God. And baby, instead of disciplining me, you feel inclined to give me this ring I got from my grandmother and put into your desk drawer. I mean, you've been disciplining me for so long. I feel the care and you put into making me a better woman. And so I would really not mind if you feel inclined of going a step further.
I will. Of course I will. You are my. Of course we will get married, and I think if we're still working on the. I.
Of course we're getting married.
Yeah.
Benjamin! Oh, when I tell this to Father Petrus, he's gonna be so excited. I was dreaming of this day. I was planning with him already. In all my confessions, I always took care of taking at least 15 minutes about planning our wedding with Father Dr. Petrus. So he is prepared and he knows all the wishes we have. I was listening to the things you said you might be hypothetically interested in, and I just plumply said what I was wishing for. So, what do you say, Benjamin?
I'm the man. I'm a man. I'm the one I'm the one who's proposing to you, and I'm just overwhelmed with emotion. I'm so happy.
Benjamin!
Oh,
yes, I do.
oh God.
Oh, yes, oh my God. Yes.
Thanks so much for making me your best man. I hope I did a good enough job on the tables with the name tags.
Yeah, serviceable. I do appreciate you stepping into the role. I know I don't know you well. Are you?
I assumed you'd have loads of friends at tennis, lots of big sort of manly friends at tennis, who would be the best man. So I was very flattered, of
No,
course.
I don't have any friends. I don't. Uh,
People have always said I have great potential, so this is a good moment.
I I I I brought my own mother's ceremonial gourd. She insisted that I have it present in my wedding. So if you wouldn't mind,
Of course.
stuffing it inside your shirt as is traditional.
My mother sent a lemon
Oh,
from one of her drinks.
nice. She's are you uh I don't want to embarrass you in public, but are you wearing a bathing suit under your tuxedo?
Yes.
Don't have our secrets.
She said it was important that she said it was important that I represent her. So our compromise was this. As I said, I have great potential, so I've been working on setting boundaries, and that was one of them. I thought I'd been meaning to bring this up at when we for the bachelor party. I was meaning to bring this up, and then afterwards when we were planning the wedding, and you were going through the table layout with me. But I thought I remembered you saying that you didn't love Sandra, and you were doing this purely were with her purely out of social obligation. I've hesitated to bring it up until this moment. Um, Obviously it's been about a year since the engagement. And
I
I
can't
guess I'm just curious.
I can't think about that right now. What are you curious about?
I guess I'm just curious if that moment we had, it felt really honest and it felt really open. And I guess I'm just curious. I'm thinking about my own destiny and moving out and potentially getting a job and moving out of the orbit of my own mother. And
Yes, everybody in the community is sure that you will do that eventually.
yes, I have great potential. Yes, exactly.
What are you asking me?
I guess I'm asking you, are you sure? Because once you do it, and if you have a child, then it's hard it's hard to leave. Just want to know if you're sure.
I I don't really have a choice.
That's the music, isn't it? It's the music.
Look, we
Oh no.
can
Do you think she'll be on time? Do you think she'll keep you waiting?
honestly, it's just like her to be late intentionally just so she has one more thing she needs to answer for. I look, we can still we can still take walks, and I can tell you about the dark, horrible things that I do that I'm so ashamed of, and you can listen, and you can show me pictures that I, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Uh, hold my hand. It's going to be all right.
We have great potential.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Remember the wedding day of Benjamin, and me? Father,
How could I forget?
it was just as we have planned. And it's been a year since then. And well, technically, Ben and I have never fulfilled our marriage, when you know what I mean.
Had sexual intercourse.
We came close. He prefers to do it from a distance, when you understand what I mean, Father.
I'm not quite sure I do. I
Well, I must say, I'm getting worried that Benjamin might do an unforgivable thing and thinking about ending this marriage. So I thought I'm gonna take advantage of the great potential Marcus is having.
you
Just not to end the marriage between Benjamin and me. That would be so ungodly. And I was reading in the Bible that there's nothing that holds a marriage better together than a child.
Yes, it is. God, in fact, wants you to consummate your marriage. God wants you to, a husband, to know his wife in the biblical sense, to have sexual intercourse and produce children that can also be godly and obedient.
And so I thought maybe if Marcus could help us with the getting the kids part and Benjamin and me staying married, that would be technically a good marriage, wouldn't it? Father?
I think that it is an untraditional idea, but strictly speaking, it does go against that book that you hold in your hand so lovingly. But I think that sometimes we need to do things in life that we did not intend. I'm not going to speak about my own life, of course, that is not my role, but sometimes it is better to ask forgiveness than permission. So if your heart tells you to do such a thing, my child, you can always do as your heart tells you and come back here to ask for forgiveness. And I will tell you to say some Hail Marys. I will tell you to have your loving husband strike at you with his beautiful belt. And
Oh, yeah, it's the worst.
as long as you produce offspring that can wash.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Father. Uh, Thank you, Father, so much for your advice. And I promise you, I will do the best I could to have a child, a marriage full of children. Oh, thinking about flagellating is making me nervous. In the worst sense, because it's a sanction, isn't it?
I'm sorry, it is just a punishment that would cleanse your flesh as the prayers cleanse your soul.
I understand, Father. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
It's nice to have 3 laps to sit on. And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, oh, we had a thing going. I didn't even realize I was so immersed in reading another book, my second one for the day.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I think some lessons learned during that reading. Lessons learned indeed.
Do you want to hear about what this book is about?
Of course.
Yes.
It's called The Toffee Miraculous. It's about a piece of toffee, or as it's called by some people, taffy, that grants people wishes. And a small village community gathers around the toffee at first thinking it will make everything in life better and the community will thrive, but in fact it turns into an object of competition and hatred, and it's quite gruesome and in a way a revealing metaphor about human nature. It's written by Cecil Mackerel Domino
Ah,
the fourth,
heard good things about him.
talented as his father.
There you go. A show and a reading recommendation as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you to Highwire for having us as well. Wonderful hosts as ever.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much for being here. What a delight. A reading group and a show. I always excited to see which directions you all go. What a fantastic piece as always.
Thank you. Next time we can
Thank you.
have a book
Yeah,
discussion.
ship me a book. I'll join in.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you all so much. As always, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll be back here on this channel at 7 o'clock tomorrow.